Alright, it's time to say goodbye to my iPhone 13 mini, which I've recorded so many videos on this channel. This little phone has been a big part of my life, but I've decided it's time to make a switch, and not just to any phone, but to the iPhone 16 Pro. So today, I'm going to break down the 5 reasons why I'm giving up the 13 mini and moving on to something more powerful. The first reason has to be battery life. I've noticed that the 13 mini's battery has become actually quite unreliable. On my recent trips to the UK, Portugal, and even a quick unscheduled stop in Doha as well as Shanghai, this thing struggled to keep up. It would go from 15% to 0% in the blink of an eye, and I'd find myself scrambling for a charger mid-morning most mornings, even with light use. I had an iPhone 13 mini, then I tried a 14 Pro, didn't like it, went back to the 13 mini. Before that I had an 11 Pro Max, which I've still got at home. But now it's time, I'm switching over to an iPhone 16 Pro, not the Max, the Pro, because I don't want anything too big. The iPhone 16 Pro promises a significant boost in battery life, which I really need, especially when I'm on the move. The 13 mini just doesn't really fit travel life. One thing I've really missed since switching to the mini is the telephoto lens I had on my iPhone 11 Pro Max. The 13 mini's dual camera system is great, but when I need that extra zoom, it just doesn't cut it. The 16 Pro, on the other hand, has that 5 times optical zoom, which will be an absolute game changer for capturing both videos and photos with more detail, especially when I'm out exploring new places. Now, while the iPhone 13 mini's performance is still snappy-ish, the 16 Pro's A18 chip is on another level. And as my needs have evolved from editing videos on the fly to handling more demanding apps and using them for longer during the day, I need a phone that can keep up. The 13 mini has done well, but there are noticeable slowdowns, and I can't really risk that, especially when I'm working remotely more and more these days. The 16 Pro is simply built for the future, more of a future that fits me as my lifestyle evolves. Now, I didn't go for the 16 Pro Max because I still want something that feels manageable in my hand. The 13 mini's compact size is one of the reasons I really loved it, but the slightly larger screen, actually quite a lot larger screen on the 16 Pro, gives me more room for that kind of multitasking, although I can't have it all on the screen at the same time. You know, I can just switch apps and it's just a little bit easier on the eye. It's better for content creation and, let's be honest, just enjoying media on the go as well, without it feeling too big or bulky. And with my aging eyes, it's just a little bit easier to read without getting a Max for that extra bulk. I don't really want that. And the speakers are much better on the iPhone 16 Pro too. And finally, as much as I've loved my 13 mini, it's just not handling things as smoothly anymore. Whether it's random glitches or slower performance or that unpredictable battery, the whole package, it's clear that the phone is struggling to keep up with my lifestyle. The iPhone 16 Pro feels like the perfect balance between performance, battery life, and camera tech, all while staying sleek and pretty manageable in terms of size. So, iPhone 13 mini, it's been an incredible ride. You've been my daily companion through a lot of adventures, but it's time for me to move on to something a little more powerful and reliable. Here's to the iPhone 16 Pro. I'm excited for what's next. Catch up with why I think the iPad mini 6 is still an amazing buy in 2024, and I'll see you there.